Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. 5:36 on a Friday morning. It's August 30th. We made it. Slightly delayed. We got there, though.
To what?
To the show.
Oh.
We made it.
Yeah.
I'm Corey. That's Chris. There's Zachary. No sauce today. This time it's for real. Yesterday he just changed his mind and wanted to come in.
Who knows?
But today he's out. Believe he's drinking as of last night. I'm sure Gopher fans are drinking as of last night as well.
I wanted to drink as well.
Yeah. Did you go to the tailgate, though?
I was on my way down there.
And then the storm struck?
The storm hit, and then they delayed it by an hour, and I thought to myself, would you rather keep driving in this storm, or would you rather turn around and go back and sit on your couch?
Right.
So I turned around and went back and sat on my couch.
Dude, that thing was a bitch.
Yeah, it was a hell of a storm.
West side of the cities, we got just absolutely annihilated for about 25 straight minutes.
Yeah.
And then it passed, but clobbered.
I mean, really clobbered.
Yeah, it got dicey, right? We had tornado warnings on the north side.
Yeah. And
did any of them get confirmed?
Not in the metro.
As far as their first communion, but not confirmation.
Oh, fantastic!
Thanks for taking the hit, though, because by the time I got to the fair, it was kind of weak. But it sounds like all the reports, because we were really bracing for impact, because it was all the reports were really bad from the west side. So
it was a pretty good storm. So I was like, and at that point I was like, they delayed it till 8. What if they delay it till 9? And I'm down there. What if they delay it and then they're like, hey, we're going to do this sucker tomorrow?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, screw that.
Can't blame you. So the storm takes you out of Tommy's tailgate.
It took me out of Tommy's tailgate.
He must have been so bummed.
I don't think he knew whether I was there or not.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. But, man.
And I stayed up and watched
every stinking second of it.
Yeah, I did fade in and out a little bit in the fourth. I was definitely, my eyes were going. I'm like, I don't know if I can make it. And then I woke up with 4 seconds left. Kesich had a shot to take the lead with a 47-yarder, and he pushed it slightly to the right.
Damn it. The commentator on the television saw it. I don't know if Grimmer's in this morning or not, but I'd love to hear whether or not he had anything to say about it. But as they're getting ready to run that last play with 8 seconds left, I was thinking, why are you running this play? And it wasn't because of the placement of the ball. I was like, this seems like an unnecessary chance to take. And then they run the ball and they put it on the wrong hash. And it's like, what are you? And then he misses in that direction.
Yeah, the TV
by
guys.
About that much.
The TV guys definitely said if you just leave it middle and then he kicks that exact kick, it's through.
And then again, I mean, we can go on and on. That wasn't the play that lost the game for us. There's a million ways we could have won. I get all that, but
team looks terrible. I didn't
think it looked terrible at all.
Oh, I thought they looked brutal.
I thought they made a bunch of dumb mistakes. I thought the quarterback looked pretty good, especially as the game got going and he learned how to be a Big Ten quarterback. I thought he was pretty good.
I thought that Brosmer looked solid when he wasn't panicking, right? Like he made a couple of really big time throws. And I'm like, wow, that's got a little zip to it there. It's a nice tight spiral. But man, it seemed like our offensive line didn't give him a lot of time to not panic. When you're in your first big time game, gotta have a little more time than that. He seemed to pull it down and panic a lot. But it's his first game.
Yeah.
First game with us. I mean, he's played college football for 17 years now, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, he got clobbered a few times, but I thought it was a fun game. Just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to after staying up all that time.
Yep. Heartbreaker with Max Johnson as well. Sucks to see Brad Johnson and his fam there watching their son's leg get basically snapped in half. I didn't see the final diagnosis. I just saw that obviously he got carted off and then went to the hospital. But do we know what it was?
No, not yet.
Looked gross.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Replay was hard to watch.
Yeah, by the way they reacted, I would guess it was, it's going to take some surgery.
A ligament of some kind or a broken bone of some kind.
They talked to good old Mac after the game. He wasn't going to make any guesses, which is cool. But I'm looking right now. I don't see anything as of this morning. I thought we were going to win that game. I did. I thought that was it. We had it all set up perfectly. And then son of a bitch.
Yeah, our best play in the first half was the interception.
That's a great interception.
Right?
Yeah.
That was our most explosive, quote, offensive play, was a gigantic interception return.
Yeah.
We couldn't really move the ball that much, but I don't know. Yeah, tough one.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a close game, and it was. It was a 2-point game, which was almost exactly the spread.
Yeah.
Might have been the exact spread, actually. I don't remember now.
Yeah.
It's about 2 points.
I don't want to talk to Tommers and find out what he had to say.
The end of that stadium is cursed, man. I mean, You have another, that 27-yarder early on, which matches Blair Walsh's fiasco. And then we had another opportunity, and they just, and man, it was looking good for most of it. And that just went out right at the last second. Feel for the kids and the reactions too, the reaction shots and everything. You could tell Brosmer really wanted that. And a lot of times you see those reaction shots and they just kind of go, and it's all business. But he clearly wants this, and that was cool to see. But that was, that was frustrating to watch at times, especially when I don't know, it's like 3rd and 9, and you're 3rd and goal from the 9, and you're running the ball.
Yeah, it's what we've been asking for weeks, right? Is PJ going to let Brosmer let it rip?
Nope,
not in game 1. Not yet. Yeah. Not in game 1.
At the end, when we needed it, though, man, he was throwing the hell out of that ball.
When they trusted him, which I
was pretty pumped to see it, man.
Great.
Kid might have a little bit of a chance. I don't know. It sucks because I love college football. The problem with college football is you lose game 1, you're like, okay, well, I guess that's the season.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later. Let's see how we do next. And I know it's not like that at all, but and I didn't think we had national championship possibilities anyway. But
no, but their margin of error, their margin of error is so slim.
Yeah.
With the schedule, and
I just love college football.
Can't really afford to lose that one, but hopefully they run it up against these bad teams and get back in this mix, and then you just got to find about 3 other wins, somehow to get bowl eligible and
I don't know.
Move on.
I guess Sauce must have been drinking because I didn't get many. I told you texts from him. I even opened the door for him. Said, "Hey, who do you blame that loss on?" He didn't respond.
Yeah, the text stopped pretty early last night.
He must have passed out. It happens. I will tell you this, though. We always giggle about our memories being horrible, even though it's like laughing as you walk through the graveyard and you walk over your own grave.
Sure.
I'm watching the TV, and I'm digging it, and a television commercial comes on, and I'm like, well, there's my good friend Spencer. Hey, so I take a picture of my good friend Spencer. And I call him. I say, "What's going on, Spencer?" He says, "What's up, dude?" I said, "I just saw you on the TV. Are you on a Pedialyte commercial?" He goes, "Yeah." And I go, "I just saw you." And he goes, "You don't remember talking to me about this on the show the last time I was in?" I go, "No." And he goes, "Sauce reached out to me because he saw me during the Timberwolves game, and he said, 'Hey, are you on a Pedialyte commercial?' We talked about Pedialyte for a long time and how we like drinking it." I didn't have any memory of it all.
So, was I here?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember it at all.
I talked to Spencer last time he was here, right? I remember Spencer being in here and saying hi to him. I have no memory of the Pedialyte commercial either.
Right. None.
I mean, he's in a bunch of commercials. I don't remember us talking about that. I'm sure it happened.
Oh, sure.
There's no doubt Spencer's right and we're wrong. I don't remember that either.
At one point, I like if I would have seen that commercial, would have been the same thing that Hawk did and gone, "Oh yeah, now that you say it, I do remember he talked about it now." But that's
no memory at all.
That's not great.
No, but I told him, I said, "Hey, here's what I said. I said, number one, the great thing about it is you see everything for the first time again. The other thing is when I call you in a little bit and tell you I just saw you on a commercial, act like I didn't call you now because I probably forgot by then. But I didn't have to call him back.
That's a good point though. Not only can you get excited for him again, he can get excited for himself.
Yeah.
He instead of going, "Dude, you already called me about this," he could be like, "Oh, thanks, man. I'm so glad that you liked it. I appreciate the support. Thanks for reaching out." Yeah, he's such Lean a good into guy.
It. When he answered and I said that to him about the Pedialyte commercial, I could tell he thought I might be gigging for a moment. He was like, "Yeah, thanks, man. You don't remember us talking about that?" No, I don't.
Guess not.
No.
Jeez.
Oh well, there you go. So game 1's in the books. More college football this weekend. Now we got a long weekend, and then we get ready for Viking football.
Yeah, we are 6 days away from the NFL season, 7 days away from the Brazil game with the Eagles and the Packers, and 9 days away from the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants of Anaheim.
In New York.
In New York.
That's right. Always fun times going to New York City. We stayed just across the river and look into like right across the river from Freedom Tower, right there. So looking out at the Hudson with the Lady Liberty to your right, and Freedom Tower right in front of you, and jump in a cab and head into downtown and have some good food and go back and get ready for football. Big old stadium.
Do you like that New York pizza place? What is it called? Sbarro?
I like it. Yeah, I what's weird is they've expanded into airports now.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Ugh.
We have that one place, the world's best cup of coffee, I think.
You guys did it!
There, yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
All right, so no sauce. He's just tweeting about how the Gophers suck, and he's
surprised
off
he didn't
until
come in.
Tuesday.
Because he loves when they lose.
He does love when they lose.
Yeah.
He did
loves the
tweet a
way
little
you
bit,
lie.
right? He did say
3rd and 9.
3rd and goal from the 9 and a handoff. Huh? He did tweet, so many captains, so many.
He does hate. He hates the weirdest things. Doesn't he? He just hates the weirdest things. Why are you mad about how many captains there are? What does that matter at all?
I can't rip him because, I hate weird things too, but yeah, sometimes he even blows my hatred away. I'm like, I'm the nitpicker, and that's the thing that bothers you?
What are you talking about? Why do you care about that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's next level.
He is. Yeah, that's what he is.
But he's not here. He's not here. John Creasel is not here. John's doing his annual North Shore trip, which looks awesome.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Jeez Louise. That looks fun.
But semifinal number 1 of the Initials Invitational is here, so we have a huge group coming in at like 7:30. So
Who's playing today? I don't remember.
AJ Mansour,
Yeah.
Do Young Park,
Yeah.
Tatum Everett,
Yeah.
Mark Parrish.
Oh, yeah.
Not exactly sure when Parrish is showing up, and Marney asked me the same question. She goes, when's Parrish coming in? I go, I don't know. The rest of the group's about around 7:30 or so. So Marney, because no Creasel, no sauce, she's going to be here in like 10 minutes. She's going to roll in about 6.
Oh, that's
so we
sweet.
get early Marney, and then I don't know if she's going to dip out when the game starts or she's going to stick around. It's up to her. Who knows? More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Nice face. Mike Stein, you have a nice face, brother. Hey, get out of Baba. They lost.
Late. Man, it was, what was it? Almost
11:40,
midnight?
Yeah, 11:37. Yeah, that's what I looked at my watch. I'm like, man, imagine you had stayed at the game and you missed the field goal, and now you got to fight the traffic and drive home.
Man, that's our guy, too. I loved it. Kesich is a good dude,
I
man.
know, man.
Felt bad for him.
That's bad. That's bad. I mean,
He
ugh.
bombed it. It just went a little to the right.
Look to the right, and
Definitely had the leg.
and the 27-yarder hit the upright.
Yep.
What'd you tell the team, PJ?
I told them they need to keep their head up. I said, when you look at what we did, we didn't deserve to win the football game. And, you got to give North Carolina a ton of credit. And we talk to our players all the time just about those one-possession games, what they come down to. And it's not the last kick, okay? It's a culmination of everything on defense, on offense, on special teams. It was a team loss tonight.
Yeah, I think the defense did enough. We just needed more offense.
Yeah.
I think it was Ron Johnson made a good point on Twitter last night. He has a Twitter account. It's @3Ron Johnson.
Okay, is he dead?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Brosmer looks a lot better when you just get rid of it quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Right? Maybe that's just something we're going to have to think about moving forward. I know you don't want to overreact to one game because it's the first time the kids played in our offense. But again, every time he set up back there and the pocket collapsed, it looked like that's when he was still a little bit overwhelmed with this kind of speed at this level of football. Let him sling it quick. Quick hitters.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah,
One
it
in the
sucks.
books. Yeah.
Feel bad for Tommy more than anyone else. More
Yeah.
than Kesich, more than PJ, more than the Gophers. I just feel bad for Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy, he's afraid. He's down, And was today a day you had to go to the fair and stay all day?
I believe so, yep.
Oh, yucky chucky.
Well, it just sucks. Like when you say that they're going to go undefeated and you lose in game 1,
Right.
It just is a tough. It's. I think it's mathematically impossible now to go undefeated the rest of the way.
defeated.
It's obviously more likely that they do
Obviously.
because it's a 0% chance they go undefeated.
Well,
Roser,
you can't win 11 in a row if you don't lose the first one.
That's a good point.
you can't lose 11 in love if you don't lose a Verna.
So I took the kiddo to the Dells, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yep.
Then took the fam to the State Fair Wednesday, and yesterday, right? That was a long 4 days for me. Same. But yesterday, the 10-year-old, you can just see it in her eyes. She knows that was the end, and I can already feel it. She knows school is right around the corner. Like, you can feel her attitude change. Like, God dang it, the clock's at 0. She still has, 4 days left, but you can tell mentally, she's like, God dang it, this thing's over. Yeah, it's over. It's over for you, buddy.
That sucks.
Back to school on Tuesday. Yuck.
Okay. Any questions?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already bummed out about it.
I always liked going back to school, but it was a dirty secret. Like, I never told anybody. I was like, man, this is cool. I'm ready to go back. It's going to be fun. I get to see my friends, just skate by barely. Cool.
The first day is cool because there isn't a lot to do except for see your friends and kind of get into the new routine. But I would argue that second week, then this is prison. I'm here for 9 months.
Yeah.
The fun's worn off. Seeing my friends is
this is good.
Rear view mirror. Now it's just 9 months of hell.
Is your screen completely blank right now?
Yeah, it just went completely blank.
How fun is that?
Yeah, that can't be good.
This is real fun. I guess we don't have to play commercials anymore. This is a brand new one.
We just have to do it ourselves?
Maybe. Hey, shout out to all the people on Twitter yesterday. Did you guys see everybody on Twitter saying that the podcasts now are just out of control, that there's 90 commercial breaks?
Yeah.
That there's commercial breaks in the middle of sentences. That's not Zachary's fault or anybody's fault. We must have a really good system. People are saying if you listen to the Initials podcast, like mid-clue commercials start.
We're off the air.
That shouldn't be the case.
Well, I don't know.
This is really fun. Zach, this is a brand new one, man. I mean, the screen is blank. Apparently, we don't exist.
It went completely white, and now we're
fine.
Are we off the air?
I don't know.
I mean, they're not missing much.
No, we're on the air. I've seen that before.
Hey, if we're off the air, call us.
Actually, you can text us. I got the text line up by accident.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shouldn't be the case with the Initials because I'm the one who uploads that, and we can place markers, and I place the markers. So if that's the case, let me know.
I don't know. It was like
I don't know who I talked to.
Yeah.
You think there'd be like a line, like somebody I could like in the technology side of things with the app that when I get all these tweets and all these texts that something's wrong, I could just go to.
Yeah.
You would guess incorrectly.
No, there's I think a support thing, but then a ticket that you can open it.
What'll happen? Isn't that fun when that happens?
Mine's still completely blank. Yours is back?
Mine's back now, yeah.
Oh, there's mine. Boom.
Well, that's crazy.
Hey, we're back. Sweet. Great.
I wonder if we ever left.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it'd be nice to have somebody here, but those days are long gone.
Man, back in the day, you'd have to come in early to pull all your music because it was on CDs and or carts and all your commercials. And they were sitting right there. And then you had to put them in physically into the machines and hit play. And I've said since we started here, man, something catastrophic happens in the old computer system. I mean, it's possible that all 6 radio stations go down.
Yeah, it's like CrowdStrike.
Yeah, it's like, I'll tell you what it's like. It's like Fight Club at the end. And there I am walking out of the building with the hot crazy lady.
People take from movies different things. What was the point of Fight Club? Oh, walking out of a building with a crazy lady.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if that was the total point of the film, but okay. That was.
Me at a really weird time in my life.
Man, what a
great
what
film.
a cool final line too.
Yeah, it really is.
I hear you. What a Friday! You're still on the air.
Yeah.
Just head to the fair.
Yeah.
Jim from New Ulm says boobs.
Okay, so he heard us then.
Or sorry, Chris from New Ulm.
Oh, yeah.
But
How did you get to New
don't
Ulm?
besmirch his name. Get the name right.
If you're going to quote him.
Is that even the correct usage of besmirch? It's a word I don't use very often. Or almost
sounds
ever.
right to me.
It does sound right.
Yeah.
Don't know if it technically was.
I'm just surprised
And
I
I've
was
moved
able
on.
to spell it right. Besmirch.
Hey, does anybody know, did the Buffaloes win or did...
They did. Colorado 31-26 over North Dakota State. But
man.
North Dakota State definitely had opportunities to
I
win
thought
that
they had
game,
'em.
despite
Kind of got screwed at the end there, too.
That's what I heard.
Shador Sanders, 4 touchdowns and 400 and something yards.
Your career's in the Shador.
Yeah, one of the all-time
It's
lines.
a good line.
I definitely saw people on Twitter as well when they were complaining about the commercials on the podcast, and I can't blame them. We're hoping that Sauce was in today just so he had to say the name of the Colorado quarterback, because I still don't know if he knows what it is. Well, how do you say it? Not the way you just said it.
Nope.
Marney should be here in a second. Front Page Sports, Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
Deep 7 with our bumper music today. Making you feel like you just wandered into a jazz bar. It's 1928. There's heroin and cocaine legal everywhere. Hookers just handing it out like it's fast food. I like it.
Good bonus, Marney. Marney at 6:05. Hi, Marnes. Good morning.
Bonus is here too?
No, he's probably drunk on his way to Brazil. Oh, he's
Yeah,
stopping
right.
in Florida to go to a
That's
couple
right,
of
yeah,
baseball games first, but then he's going to Brazil.
Yeah, priorities.
Because it's not bad being John Bonus. You
Yeah,
just
man.
go to a football game in Brazil.
Is this what happens at 6 in the morning? Is we just maybe go off the air, or we're not sure? Are we on? We don't know. Is there anyone out there?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
What kind of show you run here?
Not a good one.
half-ass.
Oh, wait.
That's
we
the
should
wrong
call
show.
it that.
show.
Yeah, right. It's the wrong show.
It's a good name for a show.
Do. Everybody, every time I'm like at an appearance, like at the State Fair, and somebody walks up and they say, "Hey, I like you guys, and I like 93X." I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty much me too." I like those guys a lot.
Yeah, they're nice
That guy
I've
guys.
known
was
Data
listening
since
to
he was a
them,
baby.
too, yeah.
So, yeah, but Marnes, to answer your question, yeah, we just, from 5:30 to 6, we normally just complain about the company and podcasts and
Well,
what we get
not
paid
for
for those
long.
podcasts and, you know. But we've had it. So change is coming, Marnie Gellner.
Yeah.
Change is coming.
And maybe that's the reason they're doing that, by the way. Now I think about it. They don't want to hear the complaining anymore.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see, Marnes. Stay tuned.
Change is coming, meaning you guys won't be talking about that?
Winter's
Like
coming.
you'll change your
No, that's going to happen.
subject lines?
Winter's coming.
You won't need to talk about it, I don't think.
Winter is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Winter.
But first,
Edgar's
fall.
brother.
How long do
And
we have to
first,
wait?
the last drips of summer. It's a
No.
really
Leaves are
glorious
changing.
time.
It's over.
What a hell of a storm couple of weeks we've had. Man, there's been some great storms.
Handful of days, Monday and Thursday.
Oh, there's been more than that. We had Tuesday. We had Sunday before that.
What came after
Did it
Tuesday?
storm on Tuesday?
Oh, you're talking about
No.
storms. I thought you were just
Yeah,
saying
you
we
just-
had a bunch of days.
Oh,
Yeah, because after Tuesday, Zacho was
yeah, I do. I am
Wednesday.
aware of the
Wednesday,
days.
that's it. That's it. I always get confused.
You said, Hawk, something about storms
Oh, yeah,
in the
yeah.
last couple of weeks, and I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
How
yeah.
about just
Now I get it.
the last
Oof.
4 days?
I love those storms, man. Like I was sitting in my sexy flexi.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, right. You have. Still smells like you.
Sorry about that.
It was completely ambiguous on whether that was a good thing or a bad thing.
And the storm came rolling in, and I thought, I'm going to turn on my camera because just like everybody else in the world, if I'm going to be sucked up in a tornado and killed, I want it to be on film. Right?
Yeah, it's like a vacation. If
right.
you don't take pictures, did it even happen?
Right.
Right. If you get sucked up in a tornado, you better have film to
Did you
go
go
viral.
live?
No, I just recorded it. I figured somebody would find my phone.
Plus, the cameraman never dies.
Is that right?
That's usually the rule.
I was like, oh, man, I didn't realize.
So if you're filming, you're probably not going to die, which is good.
Yeah, well,
Congrats.
I'll keep that in mind. If I'm ever like out of control in my automobile, I'll get my phone out real quick.
Yeah, let Jesus take the wheel.
You know what? That's right.
Then you can film Jesus driving.
Yeah, which is cool. He's my neighbor. He's a good guy. Why do you want me to drive all the time? Jesus, take the wheel. Everybody
That
says
is a
it
good
works.
point.
Yeah.
He should have been on the wheel at the beginning.
Yeah, that's right.
What is Kerry doing? You got Jesus? He'd probably be the best
he
driver in the
practically
world.
invented it.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably one of the best. Well, no, because he's not. Because then I saw those God needed a driver bumper stickers about 20 years ago. And I'm like, well, wait. You think he could have, I don't know.
Jesus was a race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't it. What the hell was the guy's name? Was a race car driver?
Dale.
No, you're making the Primus reference?
That's it.
Oh.
How was his name?
Why
But he was a
Dale?
race car driver.
Jerry, I think. Wasn't it
Yeah,
Jerry?
that's right,
Jerry
Jerry.
was a race car driver?
Yeah, it's Jerry, yeah. See, this is what we do this early, Marnes.
Yep, Marnes. Our brains don't work until like 7. So
Yeah.
again, you're not missing
Yeah.
much.
Did you hear
know,
me talk
I am.
about me
See-
calling Spencer? Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. Wasn't he in a Pedialyte commercial?
He sure was. Good memory. Nailed it.
You know, like a volleyball team, it's like bump, set, spike. We're just
Bump did what to
sending it into the crowd every time in this time of day. But then eventually we
Yeah.
figure it out.
I think it's more like bump, set, and then somebody asks, did we already bump?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 seconds ago. Should we?
Thanks for the volleyball reference. I was at a volleyball game last night, right before I went to a football game. It was a double header for our kids in
Smooth.
they
high
go?
school. It was
How'd they go? How'd your boy do in his first game?
well, the teams went 1-1. Volleyball was a win, and then football took an L to a really good Alexandria team.
Oh,
Hats
man.
off.
Yeah,
They have
Cardinals.
They have a kicker who hit. It had to be almost 60 yards, 54 maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
That's not
it
right.
was real impressive.
Jeez.
Anyway, I was real proud of my boy. First varsity snaps ever. Something he'd worked really hard for. It was a real proud
Was it
parent moment.
defensive end? Is that right?
Yeah, it was. He played almost every snap on defense. It was super proud. We were delayed. It was supposed to start at 7. They said delayed till 7:45, and then at 7:30 they went ahead and kicked off. And mommy was still running through the parking lot.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair. So defensive end?
Your mommy still runs?
How big is Grady to play defensive end?
He's not very tall. He's like 5'10",
That's a huge bitch.
but he's pretty solid. Like he's just, I don't know. He figures it out.
Yeah.
It's
Is he a dirty player? Is he like poking eyeballs? In the,
oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what
I
you
tell him
gotta
to
do.
scratch
That's what you got to do.
everything.
You know, it's what you got to do.
Well, you and Mark must be so proud.
It's Matt.
Oh, I knew that.
He knows. Yeah,
Who's
he gets
Matt?
it. Yeah, we know.
My current husband.
Well said. Current. Current's the way to say it. It's technically true, even if you stay with him for the rest of your life. It's just
He'll
your
always be
current
your
husband.
first husband.
There's no river long enough that doesn't contain a bend, you know?
Ain't no mountain wide enough.
That's river reference. Let's do front page sports. Let's go around the world of sports and learn something.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Thanks to Holiday Station Stores. You can get a couple of Gatorades at Holiday, and they'll give you one for free. Buy 2, get 1 free. 28-ounce Gatorades, including Lightning Blast, which is exclusive to Holiday. But you can mix and match any flavors you want of Gatorade. Limited time. Go hydrate at Holiday. Buy
What do
2,
you
get
think
1
I'm
free.
drinking right now, Corey?
It's something from Holiday. That
Yeah.
looks probably like a fountain
This is
soda of
my
some
mug.
kind.
There are many like it, but this one is mine, and it's full of Gatorade because I filled it up with my favorite ice, and then I bought some Gatorade
Oh, okay. There you go.
because I'm an athletic person.
Did you say you filled it up with your favorite ice?
Yeah, man, they have the 2 different kinds of ice. They have this kind of ice, and they have the little ice that are little cubes, little tiny cubes.
Crushed versus
Yeah, that's
cube?
crushed. I love crushed, man. Crushed for the win every damn time.
Will you chew your ice at the end? Is that why?
I mean, sure, for the right
Otherwise,
price.
if it's just cooling your drink and you don't ever eat it, why would you care what your ice looks like?
You know, Marnes, I guess I'm an icist.
Oh, my God.
I had suspected.
Yeah, I don't know what my problem is. You're right. I should just like it because it makes things cold. Everybody's the same. All the ice is the same, but not to me. I prefer this ice over that ice. I'm such a
You
icist.
said you are an ISIS, A-N, right? You're not in ISIS. You're an ISIST.
I don't know what I signed when I signed my contract.
Oh, boy.
I didn't read it.
Zach, you want to make a comparison?
No.
Sure.
Oh, lordy.
Look at you with some discipline.
Restraint. Yeah, look
Good
at
for
you.
you. All right, I know the Gophers played last night, but man, what a weird day for the Vikings yesterday. Can we go around the Vikings news and notes for a second?
Let's do it.
I'm a little confused with the Jaron Hall release yesterday.
Yeah.
It's if Sam Darnold's your starter and Jaron Hall is the legit backup, right? There's no J.J. McCarthy because he's out for the year. There's no Nick Mullins. It's just him and Hall. And you're going, man, Sam's a little banged up. I don't know if he can last the whole year. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying we might have to play Jaron Hall. If you're looking at Jaron Hall and you're going, I don't know if he's ready. I don't know if he's ready. and you think you have a Super Bowl caliber team, then sure, go find somebody that can back up and maybe take a lot of snaps this year.
Mm-hmm.
You have Sam Darnold,
Right.
Nick Mullins,
Right.
and Jaron Hall is your third quarterback.
Right.
You don't ask anything of a third quarterback unless your season is over anyway, right? That's like, all right, it's the emergency of the emergency. This thing's over. Let's just get it to the finish line. You invested a lot of time in Jaron Hall to see if he has something, and you let him go for Brett Rippon?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I had similar questions, and that's why I found this audio from Kwesi, who was talking to the press about that exact thing. Why Dale?
Jaron's done a great job for us. Obviously, he really improved over the preseason. I use that development word a lot, and with quarterbacks, you don't want to throw these guys in too early. And I think, with him, we just want more time to pour into him. That's really what it is. And I've learned from last season that you're either one snap away or you're one snap from being one snap away. And we just wanted to be in a position where we felt, adding Brett to the room feels good. We feel good about that decision, but also giving us more time to pour into Jaron and work with him if he so chooses to do that.
I don't understand that at all. How does cutting him give you more time with him?
I don't know.
What?
And so
makes no sense.
Even if you throw him on the practice squad, that he's still quarterback
he's
number
still
4.
on the team.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
I'm not sure.
So fifth rounder last year, Jaron Hall. So you didn't use a first or second rounder on him. I'm not saying you invested the world in him, but they did the same thing with Dwayne McBride. Right? It's kind of weird. Like I'm not trying to be hypocritical because I think one of the biggest mistakes GMs make is making a mistake and then not moving on from it once it's obvious it's a mistake, right? Because then you're compounding the problem by not just admitting, wow, I made the wrong pick. But Kwesi really did it twice yesterday. Cutting Jaron Hall, waiving Jaron Hall, and then signing Brett Rippon. But then they also, and again, this is a 7th rounder, they also released Dwayne McBride and signed something called Xavier Scott, who's a running back who was an undrafted free agent a year ago. Not for us, for Indianapolis.
Right.
So you have your own guy who's a 7th rounder. You're like, I don't want you. I'm going to take a flyer on somebody else. So if you're not even taking flyers on your own guys, what does that say about your own guys?
Well,
and I don't really care about Dwayne McBride. I just don't understand the Jaron Hall one at all.
Well, the only thing I can figure is they did some investigating and found out nobody's going to claim Jaron off of the practice squad. You know what I mean? Because I know that's what they were worried about, is losing him if they stuck him on the practice squad. And then they were like, I guess nobody wants him, so we'll put him on the practice squad.
Which also is not a great sign.
Right. And maybe I'm wrong about that. That's what I'm wondering. Here's the other thing, by the way. Kwesi was asked who the kick returner is going to be. Listen to this answer. Who's the kick returner going to be, Kwesi?
Yeah, right now it would be Myles Gaskin, but you can speak more with Hat about that. Really excited about what he did this training camp. Came back in incredible shape. Kevin and I have the glass windows where we can kind of look out on the field, and you see a guy after game day doing all kinds of drills, just deciding for himself, I want to be the best version of myself for this team. Had a great camp, won the job, and we're excited to what he's bringing.
Guy in the practice squad is the kick returner.
Yeah, is he on the active roster?
No, not as of a couple days ago.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they brought back a couple of running backs as practice squad guys, and he was one of them. I don't know what's happening. Who knows? The dust will all settle by next Sunday. I just don't understand when Jaron Hall's your third quarterback, why you have to try to get cute and bring in Brett Rippon. Who cares? Leave Jaron Hall there. You don't waive him unless you don't think he's good enough. And then if that's the case, just let him go.
Or if there's something you like about Rippon where you think he might be better than Nick Mullins, so you want to bring him in and give him a shot. I don't know.
I don't know. Isn't that what the preseason's for?
Rippon wasn't available then.
Right, he was on the Bears?
Yeah, Bears. Yeah, he got some TV time.
I don't know what's going on. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. I just think yesterday was a couple of head scratchers. Zach, your hand's up.
I mean, I don't want to speak ill of Hawks' favorite time of year.
Please.
But
what's the point of the preseason?
If Jaron Hall looks that good and it doesn't matter, because he looked really solid.
He couldn't have done much better. And even if he did, it probably would still been like it's.
It doesn't matter, right? Louis Seen had the game of his life in preseason. Didn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Preseason football is the worst. It's a waste of time.
No, I'm going to disagree with him on that. I love it so much. It gives me storylines, but I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe they just like the show Hard Knocks and they wanted to meet the Rippin' kid. They're big fans.
Now, that might be the best theory of the entire last 5 minutes.
He seems like a good guy. Let's get some autographs.
Well, they should cut him so they can spend more time with him.
Yeah, right. Good point. Here's Kwesi on why Miles Gaskin over Kene Nwangwu. Why, Dale?
Kene has been a good player for this organization since he's been drafted. Great person. We just
didn't like him.
I just want to make it more about Miles. Miles just has a really diverse skill set to help us on special teams and offense. Kene is a really talented player, a kick returner in this league at a high level for a long period of time. We just thought that for for roster value, we thought that Miles was just a better decision.
Well, again, maybe they just want Nwangwu on the Saints because then they can spend more time with him. But we should start telling people that here when we let them go. Like, look, you're really good on the radio, but we'd actually like to spend a lot more time with you and have you develop at your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you start
At your home.
I've been spending a lot of time with a few people this week.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah, a lot of people at the company have a lot of high thing, like a lot of potential. Got to swing by the fair and say hi to us.
Here's what I think. I think maybe we start a podcast and then we'll actually make some money off iHeart because they'll pay us millions of dollars to do a podcast.
Like $100 million.
But we can't be employees. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
So what if
I'm
we?
not an employee. Could I start it?
I think you should.
And then could you guys just be my guests?
You know what you should do, Marnes?
Real good
Hear me
idea.
out. I have a really, really, really good podcast idea. Tell me if this is a podcast you would
Marnes,
listen to.
Just be cool because this might be sarcastic.
Why don't you just round up all the top chefs in the Twin Cities and just sit down with them for like an hour and just pick their brains? And then is that something you think people would be interested in? Would people listen to that?
Yeah, I mean, logistically, it seems very possible because chefs don't seem to be very busy. So I'm
Right,
sure they could all find the same day. And then, people on the radio, people talking about
Sandwiches?
cooking and
Yeah, but think about this. You
That
also
works.
then could just probably squeeze some free dinners out of it
Oh, yeah, I like that part.
by saying, like, I'll have you on the podcast if I can get a reservation. And also, I don't want you to get unrealistic expectations that, like, the Power Trip gets about 1 million downloads a month, which is true. So I'm sure it's
Till
pretty
this
easy.
morning.
I'm sure it's pretty easy to do that. Just talk to some chefs. I'm sure you'll get 1 million downloads.
Hey, kids.
Well, there's
And
one episode.
scene.
What am I going to do for the rest of the season?
Well, once you get your free meals, I'm sure you'll give up like almost every podcast does.
Yeah, when they stop becoming useful to you, you'll abandon them.
You'll abandon them.
That one I don't get. And I'm worried when things like that happen.
No,
that's aimed at me.
No. That wasn't even sarcastic. He was just saying what's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
In the same bit that I was doing.
Okay. All right, now I get it. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a
just
inside joke I didn't get.
Nope, that was just saying exactly what the point of it would have been and what's going to happen when they stop being useful.
Should we go through it again real quick? Or?
No, it's good. I think people got it. Plus, they could just podcast if they want to hear it again.
But they got to wait through 9 minutes of commercials.
Only 9 now. Okay.
But that's all right. Halfway through this sentence, a podcast commercial break will probably start.
Welcome back, everybody.
You're talking about this, the iHeartRadio Music Festival coming in a few weeks.
Let's spend money on that ass.
Jesus.
Where's bonus?
How cool would it be if, like, Wolves
know.
pregame, you just rip the hell out of your company for half of the pregame?
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I don't think they would let you do that.
I wouldn't have any ammunition at all. It's not like we're
Oh.
Whoa, all right.
Oh, we have another ad?
Whoa. Hey,
Why did I get cut off there? Was that the iHeart thing happening?
up until this moment, I thought Brett Rippin was Mark Rippon's son. It's his nephew.
Nephew? Okay, I didn't know either.
I thought it was his kid.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
Huh.
Nephew, huh?
Yeah, nephew.
All right.
Welcome to the squad, buddy.
Bonus Marney. Marney's here early. Parrish is getting you guys some food, but he'll be here in a little bit as well. Semi-final number 1 of the Initials Invitational today. Do Young Park, AJ Mansour, Tatum Everett, and Mark Parrish. Square off at 8:15. And one of you gets a crack at $72,500, and you don't have to win an iHeart podcast award. You just have to guess the initials.
Now we're really late.
Yep. Who cares?
We might be pregnant. That's how late we are.
The Power Hour goes live at 8 a.m. You can watch it at KFAN.com/watch. It's all powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Hey, Super Marney. Do you know how many people I've told about your iced coffee sleeve for McDonald's?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've told a lot of people about it. And people they
Wait,
say
sleeve? What do you mean?
Yeah, they're like they're legendary. People know all about them.
I actually bought more on Amazon. It's a sleeve.
It's a sleeve like you put on a beer, to keep it cold.
It's a can koozie.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you can buy them in all different sizes. The one I got was from McDonald's during their supporting the Ronald McDonald House week, where you could buy a koozie for $5, and so I did. And it's kind of like spongy. It's really thick. And, iced coffee, especially in the summer, it sweats. Yeah. So I would always get a coffee sleeve, like that cardboard circular thing that goes around hot coffee. I would get one every time I get an iced coffee. And I would say, if I could teach the world anything.
To sing?
It's to sing, and that when serving an iced coffee, baristas, and I love you, they should also have the cardboard sleeve.
Yeah, Amazon right here, you can get 200 of them for $20, so it's 10 cents a piece.
Well, mine are probably nicer than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, must be nice being Marnie Gellner. Do you sip it by the pool, Marnie?
Bet she does. She's living the dream.
You know it, and then I turn my camera on.
Sweaty coffee by the pool.
They're
these look
super
cool.
handy, and now I keep one in my car, keep one at home, and usually one in my bag, so that if I get an iced coffee, even if I'm just driving around, it stays colder for so much longer. And then when it's humid and your drink is sweating, saves you.
I get it.
And it's the size of a McDonald's large drink cup, so they'd be perfect for the Diet Coke there, Zaxo.
But the McDonald's sleeve is not always available. And when I got it, it was only available for a week or two while they were doing their promotions.
Right.
And I've even asked for it since. And they're like, well, we don't have it right now. So that's why I went to Amazon and got just some camo ones. But there are hundreds and hundreds of designs and sizes for you iced coffee lovers.
What a good public service announcement that
Look at
was.
I got one of those camo ones too. I can't find it anywhere.
It was good.
I'm-
Pretty good. Yeah.
Why don't you take the rest of the segment off?
No, I mean, that was a good one.
Should we do what really matters?
I don't care.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I'll do scores and stats, and then Chris will tell you something that actually matters.
That's what really matters, right?
All right, Marnes. Let's see if you know sports.
Come on,
Let's see if
Marcy.
you know sports.
Do it.
The Warriors in Steph Curry reached a 1-year, $62.6 million deal. $62.6 million. He's now extended through the 26/27 season. 10-time All-Star, 2-time MVP, Finals MVP, gold medalist, 4 NBA titles. He's 36 years old. Marnes. Steph Curry is going to be now the third NBA player to go over $500 million in NBA career earnings. Who are the other two?
Do you have to have earned the money?
Yes,
Like,
through
so-
the NBA. No endorsements, no
But
businesses.
are you counting Steph Curry's 62 that he's going
He will
to
be
make?
the third one, yes. The 62,
Okay.
he'll be the third. Who
So-
are the other two that are already over that line?
Jason Tatum?
No.
Okay, so we're not counting his $300 million. Well, that would mean he'd have to already have made
Already have
$300
made it,
million.
right,
So, okay.
yep.
LeBron?
LeBron is one, and the other one is...
Highest paid maybe means signed recently to get the money.
And like you said, they would have
Like a
already
James
had...
Harden?
Not a bad guess. Right, very close, same era.
Yeah, played a long time,
Yep.
made a lot of money.
Yep.
That's a no.
Not Harden, though.
Okay.
But you're very, very close. And you'll see why when I say the answer.
Russell Westbrook.
You're, again,
Oh,
now you're
dang.
dancing all over it.
Kevin Durant.
There you
There it
go,
is.
KD. Durant and LeBron are over 500 million. Steph's going to be number 3. The stat that went all over the internet yesterday is that Steph Curry's 62.6 in this 1-year extension is more than the entire Oakland A's payroll.
Oh, my God.
Steph for 1 year or the A's for the entire year?
I saw that Curry news pop up yesterday, and honest to God, my first reaction was somebody has a huge typo and is getting fired.
Right. It's got to be
Because
a
it can't just
3-year
be,
deal or
yes, it
something.
can't be just 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
And if it is, then the 62 can't be right.
And so this isn't exactly right, but stay with me. It's something like this because I don't have it in front of me. But they have that rule now based on how old you are. You can't sign certain numbers of years. It's to basically protect people from signing LeBron right now to a 6-year deal, right? So it's once you hit specific milestones in the NBA in terms of age, they cap how many years out you can extend. So I think this is the longest he could extend himself based on his age because he's 36. Was just the 1-year
Sure.
deal. I think that was the furthest out he could go. So 1 year, 62.6.
The thing is,
Jeez.
with Steph Curry, he's still a wonderful basketball player. I totally get that. I'm not trying to rip on the fact that he's probably in the latter stages. He's on the downward end of his career.
Despite still being elite. Yep.
Yes, and being very productive. So he's 36. He has a March birthday. So later in the season, he'll turn 37. But my point is that Steph Curry is worth that amount of money because of the revenue he is going to bring into the Golden State Warriors in one season. The crowds they'll bring in, the jerseys, all of that. It's mind-boggling to think about. But when Steph Curry comes through Target Center and I see the fans there an hour early and they're all using their cell phones to record his pregame warm-up, it's like, Steph Curry is
He's still
a
got
show.
it. He's still got it.
He's a show, and he brings in money.
And he proved this summer again. He saved Team USA.
Oh, man.
The reason why they have the gold medal
when
is
he hit
Steph
those
Curry.
4 late three-pointers. Yeah, you're 100% right.
LeBron was a huge part. I get that. But specifically in the gold medal game, we don't win the gold without Steph.
No, but you are correct. But a lot of people want to say he's not worth $62 million. Look at his stats. He can only, and it's not just about that. It's about how much money and revenue can you bring in. Essentially, what are you worth? And it's not just stats. If you're bringing in crowds, and I've been there. I have been to that arena in San Francisco many times, including just last season. And even there's a frenzy around him.
Yeah, one of the all-timers.
$62 million for a single season.
That 0.6 is worth something, too. Zach, were you going to say something basketball related? You had your hand up, kind of.
No, it's not basketball related.
Oh.
A very popular NHL hockey player, Johnny Gaudreau. The Columbus Blue Jackets just announced via Twitter that Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew passed away yesterday evening. There were rumors swirling around social media all last night into the morning, and we were all hoping it was just rumors, but the fact that there was no word from any official sources until about 7 minutes ago. But yeah, some sort of an accident involving him and his brother biking out last night. Basically, it sounds like there was a wedding and that was supposed to be for tonight, and unfortunately, just a devastating loss. Johnny Gaudreau played for the Calgary Flames, played for back in the day Boston College. He won the Hobey Baker Award in 2014, and was just incredibly talented player, very good dude. He didn't resign. He could have resigned for a lot of money in Calgary. Wanted to move closer to his family and picked Columbus to do that. And it's just horrible.
Do you know any of the other rumors? If any of them are true, do we know if it was a drunk driver?
It doesn't say anything about how. So we'll I guess we'll hold off until we know for sure on that. But the rumors again were pretty serious last night, and we were all hoping that in the hockey community and beyond that this was not true, and it just.
Jeez Louise,
it sucks. He's a really good dude. I watched him. I was in Philly in 2014. That's when the Gophers made it to the national championship, and Johnny's team lost in the semifinals, but they had the Hobey Baker Award, which is the best college hockey player in the country award, and he accepted the award, left this hotel ballroom in downtown Philly. They had him in a Calgary Flames jersey, and he was on his way to the airport to eventually join his team. And it was really my first time seeing that process of really a boy becoming a man and in the hockey world. And just, and it's just devastating. I know he's beloved. I mean, he's beloved in the hockey world. Johnny Hockey. He's been known for well over a decade. And, this is a tough one.
To your point that you made a few moments ago, Mars, I mean, if it was a family wedding, it's terrible no matter what, but imagine all your families gathered, and it's not just Johnny Hockey, but both the brothers. And
horrific.
I can't even.
I'm reading in the Columbus Dispatch. It says, according to a public post on a popular wedding site, so, the Knot or something like that.
Yeah.
Both he and his brother Matthew were scheduled to be groomsmen in their sister Katie's wedding on Friday in Philadelphia, and Goudreau's wife Meredith is listed as the maid of honor.
Oh,
that's tough. I mean,
those weddings off, right? And I know that's secondary, but I mean, think about just you're about to have arguably one of the greatest days of your life, and then the day before you lose your two brothers, and you have the worst day of your life. That's a nightmare.
Horrific.
Just a couple
horrific
brothers back together, and we, I don't want to discount Matthew as well. Matthew is another hockey player, and he's very very special as well. But a couple of brothers just probably hanging out on the night before their sister's wedding, wanted to go out and explore the town, and
jeez Louise,
they didn't come home.
Well, that's tough, man.
This article says, according to police, the accident occurred when a vehicle struck the brothers while trying to pass their bikes around 8 p.m. Thursday.
Sakes.
The driver stayed at the scene, but was not arrested. An investigation is underway and no charges have been filed yet.
Okay.
Yikes. Parrish is going to be here in a little bit. We can ask Parrish about
for sure, man.
Goudreau's as well.
Sickening.
More of the Power 2 Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Welcome back, Power 2 Morning Show. Lots going on today, including the next round begins in the Initials Invitational. Of course.
The two of you had a shot at a wild card.
I blew it.
I had 2 shots, and I didn't deserve to move on.
Yeah, I had 2 shots as well, and I blew it.
Maybe that was your problem.
What's that?
Well, she had 2 shots right before playing Initials. I mean,
maybe she'd have played better.
Normally I have 3.
Yeah.
So
it
wouldn't
one
be that.
short.
Wouldn't be that.
Zach, you're terrible at math, but you're pretty good with play on words.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
You're
welcome.
I needed a shot after last night's Gopher game.
Yeah.
Here's PJ Fleck on the loss, the miss. What happened?
We showed flashes of being really good, and then we just weren't consistent enough. There were way too many penalties, which is uncharacteristic of us, and some massive, crucial situations. They were able to respond and recover from them, which I'm really proud of them for. I thought our defense played really, really hard, but I told them, guys, we are going to be way better than this as we continue to move forward. That's what I told him.
Yep. And Brad Johnson's kid, Max Johnson, the quarterback of North Carolina, was carted off and then taken to a hospital. His leg looked like it shattered into a million pieces, like Mike TV. No, I haven't seen the exact diagnosis on the leg, but it looked gross.
Yeah.
The way his parents were reacting in the crowd, they knew it was really bad.
That was something. And what was the guy's name who was doing the TV quarterback for Washington?
I forget.
Anyway, he got choked up talking about it, looking at the mom and how torn up she was. I was like, wow, that's a really human moment. I didn't realize, by the way, did you, you said you didn't watch the whole game. So he was playing quarterback. His brother was playing tight end.
Didn't know.
I didn't know that either. So we'll keep you up to date if I hear anything more about that. But they lost, man.
Yeah, we can just keep doing what really matters, and we'll start with that. North Carolina, 19-17 over the Gophers. Kesich, our guy, missed a 47-yarder at the buzzer that would have given him the win. Just missed it slightly wide right. Gophers led 14-7 at the half, outscored 12-3 in the second half. Up next, Saturday, September 7th, against Rhode Island. Neither a road nor an island discussed. 11 o'clock. Yeah. Max Brosmer, our new quarterback, 13 of 21, 166 in the air, and a rushing touchdown. I'm like 1 yard out.
Yeah.
What really matters, though, is this.
A couple of things about our new quarterback, Brett Rippon, who was just brought in by your Minnesota Vikings. Jaron Hall goes to the practice squad.
Is that official?
If he accepts it.
The Hall bit? Okay.
Yeah, if he accepts it.
Oh, man, I wonder.
I wonder, too. I bet he will, unless he gets a better deal somewhere else.
I got it. I don't know Jaron Hall at all.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed. If I'm him, I'd be like, are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah, right.
You're trying to squeeze me out?
Right.
For a practice? If anybody else called, I would be very quick to say, I need a fresh start. These guys are not going to let me do the thing that I want to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd want out.
Rippon's uncle, Mark Rippon, of course, named Super Bowl MVP after he beat Buffalo right here at the Metrodome.
At 91?
Yeah.
91 or 92?
Yeah, 92, yep. Went to Boise State, did this young man, was pretty good. Grew up in Spokane, Washington. Won all kinds of championships and did all kinds of great stuff. But check this out. The only ones in the family who are athletically gifted. Brett's uncle, Wes, Canadian boxing champion. His older son and Brett's cousin, Wes Jr., played professional in the Western Hockey League. Younger son, Rick, was in the NHL, tragically passed away in 2011. We talked about that off the record, or off the air, Zacho and I. Tragic story there. But Shane Kurla, another cousin, played 11 seasons in the NHL. And Brett's father, Tim, was drafted by the Montreal Expos.
Dang.
I mean, that's a pretty damn athletic family. Ain't nobody in my family done anything. We don't even speak good.
I'll tell you what your dad's good at, though.
What is it, Sauce? Getting pooped on?
Yeah.
All right. I had to do my own impression of him.
Yeah.
And it's not true. Why do I do that?
Why do you let him do that?
I don't know. Stop it, Sauce. Oh, I ain't going to stop it. Your dad doesn't like stop getting pooped on.
Right.
That's not good.
Can I add to the, you were talking about Dragan Kesich.
Yeah, Kesich, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I had mentioned the long field goal that I saw last night in the Chaska-Alexandria game. And indeed, it was a 54-yard field goal, which is the second longest in Minnesota State High School League history last night. And the kid's name from Alexandria is Daniel Jackson. And he is a commit to the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Oh, no kidding. He's a Gopher kicker.
Dragon's understudy, unless Dragon finally leaves school, of course.
Yeah, so that was actually when you first said that was the first thing I thought is not that, he's got to be a D1 talent. Just that how many high school kids get the green light from their coach to even attempt a kick that long, let alone nail one. So he almost had to be a D1 caliber talent. But wow, University of Minnesota, huh?
Yep.
All right, good for him.
And
54-yarder.
Even his kickoffs, like they scored 3 touchdowns. So when he kicked off afterwards, it was so far out of the end zone. Like he almost put him through the uprights in his kickoffs. It was just like watching. It was as if it was a college kid or even an NFL kicker had just run onto the field because you just don't see it like that with that precision and that strength in high school football. So kudos to that kid, Alexandria. Golden Gopher commit Daniel Jackson, 54-yarder last night. Go ahead. Yeah.
And, I was going to say, in the end, it doesn't matter where they're from. You just like seeing good players on your favorite squad. But I like it. Like the middle linebacker who was kicking people's asses last night, kid from Anoka. I love that, man.
Sure.
I like it when they say, this kid's from Long Lake, Minnesota. And you're like, I know where that's at. He's one of us.
It's fun when they stay home.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
it don't matter.
Yeah, as long as they crush people.
Yeah, right.
Just out of curiosity, I Googled the longest field goal. It's 57 yards in Minnesota State high school history from Climax Fisher, Fabian Kleinschumacher.
Which of those was
against
his name?
Norman County East.
Was his
in
name Climax Fisher?
We just call him CF. In 2003, that record still stands. 21 years and counting.
His name is Climax Fisher.
No, that's the school's name.
Okay.
Hawk?
What is his name?
Fabian Kleinschumacher. And that's one word.
It sounds like you're just spinning a wheel.
Kleinschumacher.
That's a great name.
It's like hyphenated, but there's no hyphen.
Yeah. What if do you know, is Climax Fisher's mascot the Splash?
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't yell that on a boat.
Don't laugh out loud. People are going to know you're filthy.
Stupid.
Yeah, keep that to yourself, Marnie. What really matters, though, is this.
Well, I want to know more about Climax Fishermen.
Fisherman.
2 airline passengers locked a stranger's crying grandchild in the restroom of a plane and sparked a heated online debate on how to handle upset children in public spaces. This happened in China. The incident went viral this week after one of the 2 women involved posted a video on Chinese social media which showed them inside a locked lavatory with the wailing girl who appeared to be about a year old. We won't let you out unless you stop crying, the woman said to the toddler. The girl stopped crying. The woman filmed the video and told her, if you make any noise again, we'll come back into the bathroom. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that doesn't seem good.
That doesn't seem good at all.
That's not a feel-good story.
No. Toddler was flying with her grandparents and cried nonstop during the flight, nearly 3.5 hours. So the 2 ladies took her in the bathroom and told her they weren't going to let her out unless she stopped crying. It worked.
Okay.
So let's not be so dismissive.
There's your happy ending. Cool.
Right. Whoa.
By the way, I just looked it up, Marnes, because I wasn't sure. Climax is close to Crookston.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So it's a looks like a good ride north of Fargo on 75.
It is a good ride.
Yeah,
It's a good ride.
I've been to Climax. I have. We play a gig up at the Marshall County Fair up there.
Well, I was just going to say, you were in like Warren, Alvarado, Oslo. You just played a gig somewhere.
At the Marshall County Fair. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
What was the location? What was the town?
I wish I could tell you, but I just know it's at the Marshall County Fairgrounds. It's right above Climax, which makes your eyes pop out of your head.
I'm not making this up. I'm zooming in on the old Google map.
Warren. Thank you.
Right across the border from Climax, Minnesota, in North Dakota, there's a city called Cummings, North Dakota.
Yeah.
That looks like it's a short drive from Climax.
Do you know what's, and this is not a joke, do you know what's right to the, I guess it'd be to the west of there, is Nappy Time, Minnesota.
No.
It's true.
Is it one word?
Yeah.
So if you take, if you basically go to Fargo, right, but then just kind of get to 75 and just take it north.
Yeah.
There's a city called Shelley, Minnesota. I like to get close to Climax and then turn around at the last second.
Right.
So I'll get all the way to Shelley and then just stay there for a little bit and then turn around.
Right.
You should do a detour through Edging, Minnesota.
That's right.
And where is that? Is that by Cummings, North Dakota?
Yeah. Well, not quite. It's very close, though.
There's a city right next to Climax, Minnesota called Think About Your Grandmother in Baseball, Minnesota.
Well, right across the border in Canada, there's, oh my God, she's late. What have I done? I didn't even put a state name or anything on there.
I don't understand how. What is it? Is it a province up there? What is that? I don't know how Canada works.
Get lost in the
Do they often have full sentences in their?
Yeah, they do. That's a Canadian thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mounties.
Climax Fisher, by the way, is the Knights.
The Knights, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they sure are. Climax Knights. That's like Vegas Knights, right?
Yes, Knights spelled with a K.
Oh.
Not just summer nights.
Yeah. Man, this show's dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
really dumb.
Tangent I did not expect to go on this morning.
Hey, you brought up Climax Fisher or whatever the hell it's called.
I'm talking about high school football.
Yeah.
Take a vacation to Climax.
It is 4 hours and 20 minutes away.
Ain't no thing.
Pretty sure
if you're Sting.
They got a place with like the best wings there, I think.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to say that. You can imagine what I was going to say. I'm not going to say it. It's a different type of edible food.
Oh, my.
Okay. The news is next. Paris should be here in a second or two. Do Young Park later. AJ Mansour later. Tatum Everett later, because the 4 of those competitors are squaring off at 8:15. Semifinal number 1 of the Initials Invitational. And $72,500 up for the St. Paul Federal Credit Union. initials jackpot. One of you might win that if you just guess the initials in like an hour and 15 minutes. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
Go on, Deep 7.